Hello, people. Welcome back to the Flat Out Podcast. Yeah, I'm your host, Victor Komonibo, and thanks for joining us. This is season 3. We've taken new jumps, and I appreciate the support so far. Thank you so much. Today's episode, we're going to be talking on a lot of NBA basketball, the saga that we've seen so far with vaccination and all that, and also we'll chip in what has been happening in the Nigerian basketball scene. Small issues don't they happen. So we'll just trash them with our own understanding. And I have a friend of mine today, wonderful guy. He's had me on his podcast. If you have not seen it, the Ground Take podcast, go and check it out on all the platforms: Anchor, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. Wonderful guy. We used to have one kind of history on the basketball court back in the day, but we couldn't. But yeah, Mr. Dipo Ilesanmi, my guy. Thank you for joining us, man. How you doing, brother?
For having me now. Very well, thank
Man,
you.
good. How this whole NBA season go be? Just your own view. Um, I'm pretty sure this episode is going to be delayed. The NBA season is starting in how many days now? I think 2 days. Yeah, about that. From when we record this, we can't really hear you. I can't hear you right now.
I said I'm starting in 2 days, 20th
Yeah,
of October.
yeah. So this episode is going to come out after that, but whatever we discuss here is still going to be valid. So how do you think this episode, this season is going to pan out for most teams?
Uh, to me, I think this season is very, very, very unpredictable. There's been trades, a lot of trades going on in around the season. This season is different from every other season where we can just, singularly pick out somebody that we will consider to be final favorite or
Mhm.
conference champion like previous seasons. But I think the uncertainty of last season is making everybody think about okay, what's going to happen this season. We saw Suns that we didn't even expect to go past the first round in playoffs last season, get to the finals. We saw the Bucks take out Nets and take out, we saw the Atlanta Hawks too take out the 76ers. We saw so many upturns and
Yeah.
upsets. So I think for now, I'm just thinking, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I already have some teams that I have my eyes on. Although there are some teams I don't really feel they will step up as much as I expect them to. One of them is the Charlotte Hornets because I they're a very exciting team, very exciting to watch. They have wonderful players. Last season, I thought they could have made the playoffs and added, even if they will lose in the first round, at least make the playoffs and do something. But this season, I was hoping that a lot of they'll take a huge jump. But after seeing them lose to Mavs in the preseason by 59 or 69 points, I'm like, what the hell are these guys doing? What exactly are they doing? But yeah, like you said, it's going to be really there's so much uncertainty with what's going on, and some teams will pop up, some teams will still remain right on top there. But yeah, we will see everything pan out right before our very eyes. Moving forward, what teams are you going to be looking at specifically this NBA season?
This season, I'm not trying to look at the big powerhouses like the
Okay.
Nets, the Lakers. I'm trying to look at those young games. I told you when we were on my podcast, I told you that I followed a lot of guys from college.
Yeah.
I followed young guys from college like Cade, James Booknight, Jason
Mm-hmm.
Preston, Jalen Green. So I'm trying to. I think those are the guys I want to focus on this season. Like the Rockets, I really want to watch how the Rockets are going to play this season with Kevin Porter Jr. and Jalen Green.
Yeah.
Those guys, young scorers. I just want to see how they play this season. So to me, this season is just more about those young guys.
Oh,
Now,
that's
just
cool.
with our take over.
That's dope. Thank God you even mentioned Houston Rockets because I like the squad. I like the youth they have. I like the players they have as well. And from last season where they had their struggles with John Wall and all that, I think they will shock the league a little. They may not get to the playoffs, but they will definitely make a statement. These are young guys that are hungry. Jalen Green, Josh Christopher, um, the guys that they had from last year, Christian Wood. All those guys are really hungry, and I'm pretty sure they have a point to prove. Definitely. Um, the vaccination saga that we've seen, especially with Kyrie being on top of the whole thing. What is your take on that? Because I feel like at the end of the day, everyone in the world at some point will have to be vaccinated. Definitely. If you've not had your shot now, you probably have it later. It's going to be mandatory at the point. So, what is your own take on this? Kyrie is looking at losing a lot of money. The Nets just announced that they will not be signing him on their extension and all those kind of things with the championship on the line. What do you think is going to pan out with the Brooklyn Nets and Kyrie?
Even aside the vaccination saga, I feel like the vaccination to start with is a world order. Uh, Coronavirus happened, and then the aftermath is the vaccination. And as much as even we Nigerians can want to deny it,
Mm-hmm.
it's just not that must take place. We must all get vaccinated. But regarding Kyrie Irving and Brooklyn Nets, I personally love Kyrie very much as a person, as a player. But I just feel like he's too much of a controversial person. You know, Kyrie Irving is always has controversy every single season. About Kyrie Irving, he's always in the media for one problem or the other, and he's a professional basketballer. I feel like this vaccination decision is bigger than him. I feel like they're not just making a decision for himself; they're making this decision for the whole city of New York,
Yeah.
the whole city of Brooklyn behind you. Fans from all over the world want to see Brooklyn Nets that disappointed last year to turn up big this year. And we want to see the big three play together.
So
Disappointingly, they only played 3 games last season. That's James Harden, Kyrie Irving, and Kevin Durant. They only played 8 games together last season, and people don't really like that. So we want to see you guys come together this season and try and get the chip, get it, win it all. Like we know that you should have won it last season, and now Kyrie Irving is going through this whole vaccination issue, risking $440,000 per game. That's too much. Even
can
if
we
you're
make we do quick conversion tonight to naira quick.
much, $440,000 is too much to lose as a person.
I
I don't
feel
know. I
you,
don't know
man.
what's going on. So, yeah, he can make his own decision as a person, but come on, it's bigger than you. It's bigger than
Yeah.
your own personal conviction at this point.
Yeah, I feel you.
Right.
I completely understand that. I saw a tweet yesterday where I think Washington played Brooklyn, and Bradley Beal is also one of the players that has talked about not taking the vaccine yet, and he was allowed to play. And we had a lot of outrage on my page. Why is he playing? Blah blah blah. If he can play, why can't Kyrie play? And people don't understand that Kyrie is going to be staying in New York for Christ's sake, and it's mandatory. You have to take it. But I don't see uh, I don't think it's going to change in any way. Whatever the NBA and the state has to give him um that rule of not taking the vaccination, he will definitely take it if he has to play. And if he doesn't play, man, it's going to be a huge hit on the basketball world this season because we, like you said, we really want to see the big three come together and make something happen. Yeah, that's about that. Before we get
So come,
into other things, yeah,
I have a for you.
yeah,
Can you hear me clearly?
yeah, I can hear you
Okay.
clearly.
How much influence do you how much influence do you think KD and James Harden can have on Kyrie to take that vaccine?
I absolutely none, absolutely none. Kyrie is, I think he has gotten to a point in his life where his convictions are really unshaken, regardless of what relationship he may have with you as a player or as a person, his friends, family. You know, he does what he says he's going to do, and when he takes a stand, we've seen it over time. He he sticks to it, whatever it's going to be, negative or positive. At the end of the day, he sticks to it. So I don't think they are going to talk him out of it. Uh, it's a decision he will make by himself. without the influence of anybody. Yeah, I don't think his pops that can even talk him out of it. Him and his pops are really cool. Like that, he can talk him out of it. So yeah, we'll just wait to see how that pans out.
That's a big shock. It doesn't take
Ah,
so
wait till we go
basketball.
do now. Wait till we go do. We know if we go chook am for your hand.
Yeah,
Yeah. Before we move forward, let's talk about you, Mr. Dipo Ilesanmi. um, you started your podcast recently. What was the drive? What made you pick up the podcast bug that's eat every one of us right now?
uh, will I say it's just my passion to just talk about a lot of things. I've always been this person that's always had this drive for sport analysis, not just NBA and basketball. Now I've always
Yeah.
just myself as a sport enthusiast. I always do sport analysis from time to time. So I always get into arguments. I have group chats with my friends where I have group chats where I argue football. I have group chats where
Mhm.
I argue basketball. You understand? So it was a particular moment on both group chats. I was arguing football with these guys and I was arguing basketball with these guys at the same time. And I was going back and forth. And when I just realized, come, you're arguing two different sports with two different groups of people. And I just laughed and I just thought, why don't you just, come out and like, express yourself, have episodes where you just do this. It's free. Having a podcast is free. It's not like having a TV channel. Thank God for social media now. So I just thought, okay, since it's free, it's quite easy to run up your own episodes. Why don't I just I don't even know why the name hit me. The ground take podcast. I just said it was not even much of a big decision for me. It just came and I just ran up with it.
Yeah, that's dope. Cool. Just like every one of us, I tell people that all of us are analysts at a certain point. In fact, we are analysts now person because like you said, we argue about sports, we argue about different issues, we talk about this. So sometimes it's really good to have a platform where you can just air your opinion, say what you have to say, whether this one believes it or whether this one agrees with it. And their problem with that. You let your you let whatever you want to say out and whatever their opinion is, you can catch that up later. Anyway, you you went to Unilag. You are done now, Abi.
Yeah, that's
Ah,
me.
yeah, when the convocation right so
You whenever they do their competition.
anyway, just whine me, Jerry. What was your experience actually playing in Unilag? Because I also went to Unilag. People that don't know, that's your own problem. Oh. I'm Unilag. I sit down there for how many years with all the strike and everything. Spent most of my time in Unilag. Played basketball then. What was your experience hooping in Unilag? Being a part of that community as someone that loves sport like you do.
Uh, you see, the whole basketball in England is just different. It's just different from every other court I've played on in Lagos. The intensity is different. The caliber of players that play there is different. The whole community is just it's like a family on that basketball court. You know how it goes out there now.
Yeah.
We all we just go at each other, but at the end of the day, everybody we're all cool with each other. And uh, what actually lag for me was give me serious exposure. I started playing basketball, let's say early 2016. So I got into Unilag 2017. So I started seeing guys like Nwaba. I started seeing I think I was watching NBA basketball live because I was seeing you, I was seeing White Kobe, I was seeing different guys balling. I'm like, God, can I ever get to this level? And but for real, watching you guys play that time really kept pushing me. I was always looking up to Como like. See, today I still had this conversation with somebody a few weeks back. I'm like, top 5 point guards I've ever seen in Nigeria. Como is one of them. And I'm like, we are top 5 point guards. I definitely are top three. I was telling this person, and the person was like, he has not seen you play. And I'm like, you probably that like you're probably snoozing. I'm like, Promo is one of the top 3 pointers I've seen play in this league, for this Nigeria. And I was not joking about that. Playing in Unilag gave me exposure. I was exposed to seeing top guys play. They never really allowed the youngies like us to play. We hardly get the chance. I feel like the fact that you don't even get the chance to play keeps that hunger going in us. I went there for my exam like last 3 weeks, and
Yeah.
I went to I just went to watch. I'm like, this culture has not changed, man. Big veterans come, the youngest go to the other side of the court. I'm like, this has been, and it's always been the culture. But the thing is, the big vets always pick the best among the best from us to play with them.
Yeah.
And I feel like, that's like what keeps the hunger going. Okay, I
Hmm.
want to play with these guys. I want to play. I think I've played 3, 4, 5 times with you guys. I just feel that your speed, the speed of the game is always very, very different. Different when I play in my own. Yeah, that exposure for me was really, really key to my growth in basketball and sports as a whole.
Right, man. Just to speak on what you just said about the older guys not letting the younger guys play. I remember when I got into Unilag. The first time I got into Unilag 2009. The first time I stepped on the court, the main court, was a year after that. I was not allowed to play. I was, in fact, when it's 4 o'clock, if you play after classes and all that, when it is 4 o'clock and you see those guys coming in, your mind itself, your brain will just tell you, yeah, it's time to step out.
So,
Yeah. Like it is always like that. And I remember the first time I actually got to play pickups. No, this is not even a match, play sets like we normally do. It was this guy that picked me up, Shegun Adekombi. Everybody comes in footy, picked me up. I played that game for 2 minutes. I think I had like 3 possessions, and I got subbed out. Like that was my first experience playing with them guys. But like you said, it pushed me to be better, because when you watch those guys, you say, okay, I have to be as good as this person to even get a chance. And funny enough, there was another guy you should know him, Chuka Okanume. Then he used to play with them boys. He used to practice with Raptors Academy. So he was always playing. This is somebody that I'm chilling with. I was not like, if this idiot can be playing, oh Benny, I'm going to play. But yeah, it was great growing up in Unilag, as in learning basketball, and getting to play with some of the older guys. They really, really pushed me. And yeah, thanks to you for busting my head small. One of the dead guys. Bust my head small. All right, let's move forward. Let's have a little prediction now for what is going to come forward with the NBA season. And yeah, before we even get into that, the WNBA season will probably have ended by the time this episode comes out. But who do you think is taking the chip?
I think Turasi's team. I think Turasi's team takes that one. She's a leader.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's like the story of the WNBA. Oh my god! If anytime I watch her play, it's always so inspirational. She's so aggressive.
Yeah.
I think they're up 1 right now. I think they're up 2-1 right now. I think game 4 or game
Actually,
five is today.
Chicago is up to one. They are not up. They have to win.
Chicago is
Yeah, they have to win on Sunday. So it's going to be a
okay.
crazy one to watch, though. It's going to be a
Uh,
crazy one.
very,
uh,
very crazy.
I have Chicago winning. We'll see. We'll see. Like I said, it's going to be up very soon. Yeah, but now back to our predictions. NBA, who is your rookie of the year for this season?
Rookie of the year. That's a tough one, but reason why the tough one is I would have loved to pick Cade. I would
Mm-hmm.
have loved to pick Cade. Cade was undisputedly the best basketball player coming out of college. I watched
Mm-hmm.
him almost all the. But the fact that Jalen Green has a better scoring role for the Rockets, I'm thinking I should go with Jalen Green because Jalen Green is probably second scoring option on the Rockets. And
Yeah.
just as much as good as Kate is, it's still a hierarchy with Detroit Pistons before the ball gets to Kate's hands. Except they want to play him at the point. But I will still go with Kate Cunningham for Rookie of the Year.
Oh, that's cool. I also feel like Cade has a good opportunity because I feel they'll want to put in as a point guard because of his size and the way the game has changed. They have bigger point guards, and he has shown his ability to be able to
Point guard.
dictate the pace, score, distribute, and do all this stuff. So yeah, I feel like he's going to make a good run. But for me, I'm picking someone that he may not win, but I just love this guy. Is Davion Mitchell for Sacramento Kings. Boy,
Nice.
that boy is a dog. He's a
Big
freaking
dog.
dog. That's the
So,
best way I can describe him and how he plays. He's a dog. He goes after it. He wants it. And he shows up, especially on the defensive end. That is one reason why I like his game. Very, very
he was
aggressive.
college defensive player of the year.
Yeah, very aggressive.
Yeah.
The defensive player of the year. I will probably have the same kind of names if you are going to even list out who is going to be on that list. But yeah, who are you picking this season?
Defensive player of the year. First off, I think Draymond might not be on that list this season. I watched a number of his preseason games and he's trying to be more of a scorer this season. I saw him being aggressive,
Mm-hmm.
getting to the rim. Saw him trying to take some jump shots that were a little bit contested, and we didn't see this from Draymond Green in the coming years, in previous years. Sorry. So I just think if his scoring role is going to increase, which I
Yeah.
expect it should, I think you have to tone it a little bit down on the defensive end as
You
well.
you think he's going to
So
tone it down? That's the question. You think so?
yeah, except preceding game, you can't really judge from preceding
Yeah,
games, but
yeah, yeah. True.
yeah, I didn't see that intensity from Draymond Green, on the defensive side of the court. So I'm thinking he might want to save all that strength for the postseason.
Mhm.
Defensive player of the year nomination, I don't think it's linked to him. At the end of the day, he might not even fit him anymore. So I don't think I think he would just want to focus on his offense.
Yeah.
So I think he's on that list.
Mm. Um.
Next, I'll go with off night. Is your Mitchell to be on that list this season?
that would be dope to see. That would be dope to see for real. For real. If he's given enough opportunity to play this season, which I think he is going to get because he's on the Sacramento Kings. How many players can we list out? How many? Well, they are guys. You will definitely find a way off the bench and play well. For me, I think I'll go with Rudy again. The only reason why I think Rudy is going to win is because um, he's going to be on the roster consistently and is the defensive backbone of the Utah Jazz anytime, any day. That's the guy they funnel into him for him to swat up every shot. But still, we will always see him struggle from the perimeter because people will have him dancing and shaking. But yeah,
Point guards are,
before we, you said,
the point guards are always happy to have him on switches.
yeah, yeah, I saw Curry on Nurkic the other day where he was making the ball and dance. I was like, what is all
But
this? Why now?
you know,
It's crazy, man. Um, Golden State Warriors. How do you think their season is going to look like?
hmm.
Because with Clay
uh,
coming back, with Iggy back on the squad, with Jordan Poole looking like the third splash brother, what do you think that season going to look like?
uh, to be very honest, I see them having a very good season, being between fourth and seventh in the West. That's how high I see them having this season. Because I watched their preseason games. I don't even think they lost the preseason games. That's it. Jordan Poole, I think they have. Last season they had Curry just blowing up the scoreboard every game,
Yeah.
and consider the bench guys and the supporting cast as G League players. Now those G League players have more experience. Damian Lee, JTA, Toscano Anderson, Jordan Poole,
Mhm.
uh, older. All these guys have experience now. All these guys are good to go. When something is coming back, I think they're trying to save him for close to the postseason. So I think he's going to come back January. Jamon Green looks like he's going to be a better scorer. We have
Yeah,
James Wiseman. We have two very good rookies, two very good skills. Moses Moody and Ominga. I
Kaminga.
see them having a very good season
Yeah,
now.
they will definitely have a solid season. A
Not
solid
just
season.
down to if Curry can stay healthy, I think this guy is finishing 47 to the West.
Yeah, that would be dope to see. With everybody screaming about the comeback. Clay, when you have those two guys on the squad, you always look for them to win as much as, let's say, 40 games, at least 40 games, and they'll
Yeah.
definitely do that with everyone being healthy. MVP this season, who you got?
Ooh, that's tough.
Yeah, I know.
Well, let me see. MVP this season. See, I will not lie to you. I will not lie to you. Giannis stays healthy. He has that MVP in his bag. I saw him shooting jump shots this season.
Mm-hmm.
I, I saw him looking very comfortable, rising up to jump shots, 3 point shots, mid-range jumpers, um, mid-range jumpers, turn-away jumpers. I just saw him looking very comfortable shooting that ball. And if that continues this season, it's going to be very scary for the league. It's going to be very scary for the league if they can shoot consistently. So I think if he can stay healthy, I have Giannis winning that MVP. Or Steph. Steph dropped 41 in preseason. You do that almost every game this season.
Yeah.
So yeah, he almost won MVP last season. So I have it between those two guys. If they stay healthy, Steph or Giannis.
Well, I like the Giannis pick. I like you did as well. I saw him take those jump shots and it was extra comfortable. And that's what
Hmm.
work does, man. When you work during the off season, it shows up. I'm not going to take a shot at him, but I'm going to take a shot at him. Ben Simmons should get in the gym and show us he can shoot the ball. Come during the season, do it. All this one that is doing all the drama, I feel is busting my head. Like, it makes no sense to me. They're only asking you to be more aggressive. In fact, don't shoot the ball, but be freaking aggressive. But nah, you know,
Better.
makes no sense to me. I'm pissed because there's so much
That's what
money. So much money. If they give me that kind of money just to the shoot ball, forget to. I go they shoot everything we come and triple team, 4 guys, everybody. I will shoot it over the top. I don't care.
bad, bad when a team invests so much in you, gives you a max contract, and all you can do to them is just disappointing.
Yeah, it is. It
No,
is. It is. Two more before we leave. Sixth man and coach of the year.
sixth man, sixth man. I think sixth man. Let me see. Let me run through the league. Let me run through the league. I have Jordan Clarkson there. I don't see anybody better. I don't see anybody better in the league.
Oh my
I don't just
god.
see anybody better than that man. No, I Jordan
See,
Clarkson. I have been going back. No, too much in his bag. It's too deep
say
in his
less.
bag.
Say less. We're on the same page. There's not that person I can even think of off the head.
No, Jordan Clarkson.
What about coach of the year?
Coach of the year. Wow. That's, coach of the year is I don't think you can really I don't think you can really predict that kind of award, but if the Warriors turn up big this season,
Yeah.
um might win coach of the year. That's
Oh,
if the Warriors if the players stay healthy. They might win coach of the year because I think the whole NBA community understands the fact that he has a great culture and he has a great system for his team.
yeah.
And that's what the community really looks at. Not just your wins, not just your performances, but your system, your offensive and defensive system. And everybody knows this guy has a system that works perfectly well if his players are healthy. So I think if Warriors perform this season, I see this guy winning that coach of the league.
Oh. That's valid. That's valid. With what they were able to go, what they went through last season. Yeah, I think a lot of people will see it that way as well. Having them guys back is a huge jump, and you're able to be successful. That's a really very valid pick. Over. Let's talk a little before we leave. Our time is almost up. Let's talk a little before about the issues that we've had in the federation. I'm pretty sure you've seen the talk about our so-called leaders keeping a huge chunk of money in the bank. They said the money is in the bank chilling, that they are waiting for bank account details to send out to the ladies who went back to back to back representing Nigeria. What's your take on the issue? Because I've made my own mind known. Like, I think I've been blasting all the NBBF platforms. Whoever is handling the handles, that person must have blocked me on some of the pages. But yeah, I just feel it's messed up what they're doing at the moment.
Uh, it's a terrible, very very terrible part on their side because this thing is not even something that is new. When
Yeah,
I heard that issue, I went through the news and saw everything that was going on. There was not much disappointment to me. This was the same thing that happened with the athletes in the Olympics. Puma wanted to sue Nigerian Sporting Federation because of this same thing. We've seen this over and over and over again, and it's sad because Nigerian basketball this year has really hit a benchmark that we've not hit in like 3, 4, 5 years before. Aside we having valid players now representing us, we had how many international players represented us at the Olympics? So much. We have so many female Nigerian basketballers in the WNBA that will hold a great future for this country in the
yeah.
basketball world, and something I feel Nigeria should be able to hold on to. Not many countries have this asset, so it's just very sad that you want to attract players come and play for you, and then this is the outlook you are giving as a basketball. It's terrible. But at the
Uh,
same time, it's not disappointing.
uh, well said. We've seen it before. They keep going about the same thing and they expect things to change. Yeah, I'm even done with it. I told a friend of mine that if I was in Nigeria and the league comes up, until a team is ready to pay me 300K per game with all the extra benefits, I'm done with playing basketball in Nigeria in the league, so called league.
I playing the last league that just came up.
Sorry.
I was going to ask why he didn't play in the league that just came
On
last.
I'm actually
Yeah,
not in the country at the moment, and they don't have my money, so let them go and sit down. Like, yeah,
that's very very true.
there's really there's really no team in the league right now that I'll be excited to play for. So why do it if I'm not going to be excited? Makes no sense. The system is messed up. Change up the system, treat the players better, create an avenue where people actually want to play. Because the funds are there. It's not as if money. Okay, you are looking for sponsors. You have to create something that sponsors want to sponsor. Make it
First,
right. Once you are able to do that, even the players will chime in. Is it not Dalu that we saw? All his content on social media took him to where he is right now. Players will do the same. This is a new age. They'll post pictures, they'll do this, do all the little things, just make it right, and every other thing will work in place. But I also have to pick on players and the other guys, the media. Everyone has to chip in. As if federation know they do well, make players self get sense. Do the little you can do on your own end. Post pictures of yourself in one competition. Do a little Instagram live or reach out to some people that you can. Create your own content that you can sell to the world. That way, you'll be able to get to the attention you need. If those ones that they don't have their shit together, you get your shit together. Do the right things. Nigeria will always remain Nigerians. We always wait
feel
for
like
something.
it's very tough being an athlete. Like,
Yeah, it is. It is. No lies,
very
man.
very tough.
It is. It is. Yeah. We'll be fine, man. Thanks a lot for joining us, brother. Thank you so much for coming on the show. No worry, we will definitely link up on more episodes. This is going to be one of our calls, so you'll be seeing his faces a lot more very soon. We're trying to blow this thing up. And thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, man. I really appreciate you.
Thank you for having me.
All right, man.
God bless our podcast.
All right, guys. Till next time, stay safe, stay frosty, flat out.